So I guess on that Waluigiism, that kind of leads me into that. What are your favorite voices to mimic? Like obviously there's you make your own voices when you see a new character, right?
Right,
but you have to have some amount of like, that voice is cool, let me copy that.
What if I said that I don't do that? Would that be surprising?
It might be, but I'd also say that you're lying, because if you heard someone's accent, you're copying that. So if you've ever done
like a British accent,
Brooklyn accent, French accent, you're still doing some sort of mimicry on that. So
okay.
What is your favorite voice to mimic?
My favorite voice to mimic.
And also, how do you not just...
What? Because honestly, I just love playing around with my voice, not necessarily mimicking people. I kind of like to make my own OG stuff.
Right.
Show.
Weird. I feel like it's one of those things, like every time, and you can ask Katey, because I'm a mimicker of all kinds. Cause
so am I. I think we both are.
Well, and you get it from sales. Because in sales, what you do is you mirror and you match. So you hear someone's voice, you copy their cadence, you copy a little bit of their tone, you give them something where like they feel like they are going to connect to you in a way that someone else might not connect to you. And it happens all the time. Like I used to pick up the phone when I was in real estate and someone would have...
We're done.
I made sure to put it on wide so that you were both in that. Like I could pick up the phone and like someone would have a bit of a southern drawl to them, and I would start to have a southern drawl to the point where I would hang up the phone and I would go talk to one of my other associates and I would have a southern voice on me. So like that mimicry has always been a thing that like is a part of something that we do as sales. So and my brain tells me that mimicking the sounds you hear, you're like, oh, that's an interesting voice. How do they make that voice? And by mimicking it kind of gives you more tools in your arsenal to create other voices.
Right.
I agree.
So I find that strange.
Absolutely.
But beyond that, I guess, do you mimic anything then?
Anything?
Maybe like little kid voices, because that's kind of my favorite thing to put on, I guess, as a voice actor. It's fun to be a kid.
Little kids. Okay.
Yeah. So probably that.
Is it because of the type of lines you get, or because of the voices are just that fun to do?
No, for me, it's just like a ball. So, I mean, it's not necessarily because I get those lines. I just, I want to do that. Ball, yeah.
So.
Yes. Very funny. Good one.
You want to play with my ball?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I'll play with your ball.
That's hilarious. I love that. But like literally,
anime boy from the 90s.
It's true. Like how you're.
It's the that's against it.
But like how you were saying,
like
oh, that's rude.
Well, yeah, but you know, like that's what the voice says. Like every time I hear that voice, it immediately goes to the.
You're old.
You're old hag. Like.
Shut up, you old hag.
Wait, use that voice you just did, but say that.
Me?
No,
Kelsey.
Not Kelsey.
Say, you old hag.
Yeah. Shut up, you old hag. Like.
Shut up, you old hag.
So yeah, that's like. Like,
oh my gosh!
It's,
hold up.
It's totally that voice.
Has anyone ever seen Ghost Stories, the anime? It is one of our favorites. We reference it all the time, like literally constantly. And there's always this one little kid character, and like all he does is cry and goes like, that's literally his lines, like just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got Kelsey drinking some tea. Ooh.
Oh man, I'm already turning red.
Oh man, yeah, it's hot in here, you guys. Welcome. Getting paid for. Exactly. That's my dream. Can I be like paid to do that? Yeah.
That's a unique one though, because spill the tea, sis.
Just dump it.
Spill what?
Spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea.
Like the truth.
Yeah.
But also we had literal tea, that's
and
why.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Katie peed the bed until she was like 11.
That's absolutely false.
You know, I was like 12.
I've been red for a while, apparently.
Mic drop, tea drop, yes. Blaine. I love that. Blaine. Oh, I was gonna say with the whole like mirror and match thing, like literally, it's like I work in restaurants, right?
Not right now, you don't.
Well, I don't now because I'm unemployed. Thanks, coronavirus. But like when you're in restaurants, like that is technically sales, right? Like you're offering
it is
people
technically sales. That's
a
why I bring it up.
It's a service, like, first and foremost. But you're also, like, selling people on stuff, being like, hey, why don't you try this crazy cocktail? It's like $20. Anyway, so, but you can, like, mirror and match people. And, like, literally every time somebody comes in with, like a accent of any kind, I will...
You take it.
Always take it.
100%.
And it's awful because... And I just tell them straight up.
It's not awful. It's not awful.
Well,
it's not awful.
Embarrassing because it's like, wow.
No,
like,
because
what are you trying to do?
You are meeting that person where they live. You are coming to them and you're saying, hey, here's where you are. I'm here too.
I guess so. But like, okay, if someone mimicked my accent, I don't know, wouldn't that just seem like kind of weird?
Like if a British person started turning American?
The best are the ones you don't notice. Because every salesperson you've gone up to who's had any amount of training has done some amount of mirroring and matching. And you usually don't notice. I learned very quickly to not put on a full Southern accent, but to just kind of put a bit of a drawl. To the point,
like a slower pace.
To the point where I had somebody who, while I was on the phone with them, I was...
No, don't tell me this. Go ahead. No, tell me now.
No, they asked me how long I had been in the area. And I was like, oh, I've lived here my whole life.
And they're like, but you're from the South, aren't you?
You sound like you've been up here for like 4 years. Like you just,
4 years? That's random.
Well, they just
come up with that number?
They just threw out a number, but they thought that I at one point had a Southern accent. Because I was this person had come up from Texas.
Oh, I see.
And they thought I had lost my drawl.
And you're becoming more of a Seattleite.
And was more of a Seattleite. They thought that they connected with me to the point where they thought I was from their hometown.
That's really nice.
And they were like, it's good to see a Southern boy doing so well up here. Like, that was their mentality. Oh. And I was like, I've been here my whole life. I'm just very, very good at this one little aspect of human psychology.
And they're like you liar!
No, how dare you! I was like, I'm sorry. I literally told him, I was like, I hear sounds and my voice copies them. It's just something that happens. I've gotten a handle on it enough that like I don't sound like a racist Italian when someone comes in with a weird accent, but I will say that people who have Japanese accents, I will still start speaking Japanese to you for no reason.
Yeah, sorry.
I will say "jane" when we say goodbye. I will do all the things that I'm supposed to do in Japan. It just is baked into me when I hear that tone.